Okay, 2 tables, 6 chairs, 2 beds. I had to get those done. The roof needs fit. Oh, hey, welcome to my shop. What can I do for you? Oh, okay. You're the new apprentice, right? Yeah, we talked a few weeks ago. How much experience do you have in carpentry again? Okay, that's good. You can make chairs. You can even do houses. All right, that's excellent. I need I have. Sorry, I'm really busy and I'm a little bit shaken over what happened earlier. Uh, you heard about that. No surprise, the whole town's talking about it, but would you like to hear my experience or my story about it? Okay. Starts off with a family my parents knew. There was a little couple named Mary and Joseph. They had a few kids, and we would play with them a lot. We were about the same age. We would hunt, we would fish, but I would always remember the oldest. Just really smart. Everything was a lesson to him. The sky, the fish we caught. He'd make bread sometimes and he'd tell us about it was always a lesson about God. Not only that, but the main thing I will remember about the oldest is his eyes. He had this look in his eyes. It was human, but it was very understanding, almost like a knowledge. If I didn't know better, I would say that this guy could see right down into your soul. Like he knew what you were thinking and everything. I know it is a little bit weird, but that's what I saw from him. I mean, one Passover, we were both about 12. We went up to Jerusalem from Nazareth. And then later I heard he was in the synagogue teaching the Pharisees. You know, those guys who tell other people what God said, the ones who interpret holy scriptures and things. He's bringing up things that shock them. That's how smart this guy was. Well, my family ended up moving away and moving to Jerusalem for a better life, and I ended up, as you see, becoming a carpenter. I started off as a craftsman, making little pots and carvings and things like that. Then I started building houses, chairs, and pretty much, yeah, this right here, I built it. But, anyways, we were in Nazareth. We were in Jerusalem. We're from Nazareth. We were in Jerusalem for few years. And then all of a sudden, I started hearing about this man named Jesus who was from Nazareth. Hey, Nazareth, that's where I'm from. I'm interested. But there's something different about it, they said. They said that he can heal the lame, he can make the blind see, he's turned water into wine. Okay, I have to see this. But the name Jesus, that's almost like someone I know. Someone from my past. The oldest son. Okay, I really have to see him. I hope he comes by Jerusalem. I was hoping he would come by Jerusalem soon. Well, it came close to Passover, and every Jew that lives in around Israel, all over Israel, will come to Jerusalem for Passover. So maybe he'll come with his. Apparently, he's got 12 disciples now, and I really hope I can see him. Well, it happened a couple days ago. A few Roman soldiers decided to come into my shop. Now, yeah, this is serious. The Romans don't like Jews. Every time Romans come in, something bad happens, and usually if they show up, it's going to be arrested. Someone's going to get arrested, and I'm the only one in my shop. So I saw their red robes and brass brass armor come walking in, and I could just see my wife and my kids crying as I get arrested. I asked them what's wrong, and instead of trying to arrest me or charge me, they quickly snapped to attention. It's like, okay, what's going on? All of a sudden, a centurion walked in. Okay, these are pretty much the higher ups. They report directly to Rome. This is serious. And he asked, "Are you a carpenter?" I respond, "Yes, sir. What can I do for you?" He goes, "Okay, we need you to create something. We're about to punish some people and we need a cross." I said, "Yes, sir, but is there anyone else that can do it? There's other carpenters here. Is there anyone that can do this? I don't like crucifixions." And he shot me a look and would shut me up really quick. He goes, "Hey, I heard you're the best. I need a cross. And if you don't do it, I'll put you up there in the place of the person we're crucifying." Okay? So I'm making it, sanding it down. I've got the beams made, the center parts made, and I noticed the arms are a little too short. It's not quite finished. Alright, so I get ready, I start sanding our look, and the soldiers are back, along with their leader. And they asked, "Hey, you got the cross we asked for?" I went, "Yeah, but it's not quite finished." He took a look at it and went, "That'll work. We need it now. Hey, and we need you to bring it." Well, you can't really tell a centurion though, because you'll get in trouble for that. So I take the cross, I load it. We're going to where the crucifixion's supposed to happen. And as I walk and leading my horse and buggy and getting these cross ready, I walk and I see they've got a man and they're flogging him. And he's screaming out in pain with each whip, but I noticed something. Most people, when they're getting flogged or crucified, they're yelling out, they're maintaining their innocence, or they're turning and they're cursing at it. This guy's not saying anything. So I asked the soldiers, "Who is this? Who's that?" They go, "Oh, he's just some man that we're getting ready to punish. He's trying to dethrone Rome, and we're going to show them we're not going to put up with that." I'm going, okay, well, someday someone will dethrone you, but I guess it's not going to be this guy. So we're taking the cross up, and I can hear some commotion go on, and I know what these trials are like. They bring people up and ask if they want to release them. They're hollering who they want released. Okay. And we're unloading the cross, and that's when I hear the crowd shout, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" And alright, we got to get this done, because now there's going to be a crucifixion soon. Alright, I load it off, and I'm starting to walk away. Hey, I see Mary there. I heard Joseph passed away a few years ago, but hey, it's Passover. Mary showed up, which means that her son's there. I may get to see my friend again. This is awesome. So I'm trying to get to Mary to ask where her sons are, especially the oldest son, but there's so many people there that I can't get there. So I'm kind of trying to move in, and people are pushing me back, and okay. At the Same time, I see they're unloading my cross and they're putting it on this guy and they're forcing him to carry it up. Well, I can't leave. There's too many people. I can't get to Mary. I guess I'm going to be watching a crucifixion now. So we walk up. The usual stuff happens. They carry him. He's been flogged. He can't carry the cross. They have to have someone else carry it for him. They get him up there. I see them kneeling in there. I see the unfinished cross go up. And normally, when someone is crucified, their arms are straight out like this, which makes it really hard to push up. I couldn't get the arms right, so he had to be crucified like this, which that's going to be even harder. Have you ever tried to pull yourself up with your arms bent in? But anyways, I keep watching this guy, waiting for any sign, waiting for him to beg for mercy, or maybe even just show him how tough he is, and nothing. I can't hear him say anything. And I see them rise up, and he's up there crucified, and he's silent. I don't get it. Why is he not saying anything? This isn't normal. I'm kind of watching, and I can't quite hear what he's saying, but I can tell people's reaction. Things like they're hollering, he's calling for Elijah. Let's see if Elijah lets him, comes down and saves him. He said he could save the world, but he could save himself. Okay. Oh. So the soldiers got to the man I wanted to see before I could get there. This must be the man doing all those miracles. Well, okay, I'm disappointed. I was really hoping the rumors were true that he would be the Messiah to come home and to come and dethrone Rome, but I'm sitting back, I'm waiting for the crowds to clear out. I did. Finally, it gets to where I can move. It's like, well, I can at least see this guy as he's dying. I have to know what this guy looked like. Who was this guy that was doing all these miracles? Even if it's too late now, even if he got defeated by Rome just like everyone else. So I walk up, I'm looking at him, and he's in between two thieves. He looks kind of out of place because these two, usually if you're a thief, you're also a murderer. So they're hardened criminals. They're yelling just at everyone else, or one of them is anyways. But once again, he's just not saying anything. I'm looking over, is he still alive? Why is he not defending himself? No. I look at him, and I turn, and we make eye contact. And I'm sitting here, I look at his eyes. Those eyes. He has that look in his eyes. Those eyes that can see right down into your soul. Wait, that's just like the oldest son, Mary. Wait, no, this can't be. That's my friend hanging up my cross. Had I only known. I love this man. I love this man. Now he's up there dying because of what I did. I can't believe it. I swear, I did not know. I did not mean to kill my own friend. Anyways, I will never forget what he says. It's the only thing I heard him say the entire time. I looked up and he said the word tetelestai. Of all of everything you can say, he says tetelestai. Why? Oh, your Greek isn't that good. Okay. Tetelestai means it's finished, but it means so more than, so much more than. It means this is accomplished. Almost like he had a plan to come down and him dying fulfilled it. It's weird, I know. And okay. Here's where things are gonna get really weird, alright? You're not gonna believe me. You're gonna think I had too much of the hard drink, of the strong drink. Trust me, I'm sober. I have not drunk anything. I'm good. But here's what makes things so weird. The second he died, everything went black. I mean, yeah, it's back to pretty light now, and you can see, but trust me, it was 3, 4 o'clock, hottest part of the day, and now it's black. And you're really not gonna believe this. But not only that, not only did it go black, but people who were dead actually got up and started walking around. It was almost, I swear, I promise you, this happened. I mean, hundreds of people, tens, they all just got resurrected. It was almost as if this guy, the oldest son, traded his life for theirs. And then, trust me, this has to be a miracle. There's no one that could have done this. But not only are the dead walking around now, but the veil that separated the Holy of Holies, it got ripped from top to bottom. If you don't believe me, you can go look at it right now. It's still there. I mean, what is God saying that, hey, we don't need to be separated anymore? Did this man just, by dying, just give us a pathway to God? It was just this earthquake as well. There was this earthquake. That was the final thing. I couldn't stand up. I kept falling over. And I will never forget it. When all this finished, the Roman soldier who was there stood up and went, no, this man was innocent. Surely this man was the Son of God. Honestly, there is no other explanation. That Jesus, my friend, the oldest son, maybe he was the Son of God. What if us Jews have been wrong the entire time? What if the Messiah isn't some ruler that's going to come home and dethrone Rome? What if the Messiah was here to be the ultimate sacrifice? I mean, we do sacrifice for our sins, and when the Messiah comes, he's supposed to be able to bring the ultimate sacrifice. What if this was final atonement? And this is my friend, the man I grew up with, Jesus. What if he just saved us all with his own death?